Today on EPL, we are asking the question, what do you stand for? Stay tuned.
I'll fall down for a cocktail too.
It's funny that this is in Sheree.
Now you just got back. Don't be starting nothing. Don't be starting nothing.
I told you, I'm real chill.
You are chill.
I'm in my guru mode. So I'm just,
We can't even. I couldn't even really get my jam on. That wasn't really loud enough.
Oh, it wasn't loud enough.
No, he didn't. You know the words?
Do you know the word?
Yeah,
Do you know the word?
I'm too cool to sing the words.
Oh!
Okay, mama.
And let me tell you, there's only 2 songs I know the words to from beginning to end. The Alphabet and Happy Birthday. We get it poppin', we get it poppin'. Look at DivaD, guys. Welcome, you guys. Okay, we cut the music. Thank you so much. You guys, thank you for being here. We are so happy that you're here. Let me hurry up and introduce my panel because we got a lot to cover today.
I don't even know
We
what
got
it look like.
DivaD back in the house, our fashion guru.
I thought you weren't going to be back.
You know what?
That's
That's
what-
shady.
Wow.
It's day to day.
Shade.
The way
Hey, you notice
that
this
came
now.
out.
That's kind of shady.
a little strong.
You said it.
It's day to day.
Oh, I did.
So you're right.
You're right.
What's going on?
It is shady, and you are the shady
behind
one.
closed doors?
I
want to see some of these text
conversations.
messages.
You gonna pass that to then we Demetrius is back.
In the
Hey,
building.
Demetrius! We're so happy to have you back in the house. Why y'all in white
so
like you the
excited.
golden child or something?
Namaste.
I'ma stay.
I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going
Listen,
anywhere.
we thought you was gonna stay home. You was late.
I know. Like 20 minutes.
Namaste, my butt home today. That's what we thought Demetrius was on.
He's handsome.
But he's here.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, nice little white jacket. It's
How do you,
summertime.
I want to know how you get a bald head like that. Well, okay.
The shape or the
That
cut.
sounds real. No, I'll explain. I know, I'll explain. And then last but never least, Courtney Stewart in the house,
Hello.
So really, bald head, like how do you, there's an art to shaving your head,
I
isn't
think
there?
I'm too close to you because you're picking up all sorts of shade early in the day.
No, I'm serious. Because I have a friend that just went bald and is not really working out 100%, right? So does it take a minute to groom to get in like to have the perfect bald head or no?
No.
No, so what do you do?
I started shaving my head because I didn't have time to get my hair cut while I was in college, so I just cut it all off one day. I was like, it looks good. Then it started to grow back. But I was like, oh, I'm going to get a fade.
Did it grow thicker?
Hell no, I ain't grow thicker. That's why I noticed, I'm like, damn, I'm going bald. So then I just get a...
So just shaving cream?
Yeah, shave every day.
Every day?
Every
A
day.
particular razor?
Like your whole head? You gotta do.
You gotta shave my whole head. I use the Chic Power Glide with the 5.
Oh,
You
yes.
get a little
yes.
nick. Do you put a little toilet paper on it? Like
No,
when you
I don't do that.
You don't ever nick yourself?
I nick myself, but I just bleed. That's
You just let it bleed. All right, that's hardcore with it.
All right.
That's a little sexy.
You like? I nick.
Let it bleed. Let it bleed.
I'm just gonna let it bleed.
Okay, so then what do you do afterwards? Do you put anything on? your
Moisturize,
head?
coconut oil, cocoa butter.
No, but I would
Shea
advise
butter.
people not to. Like, I started off using alcohol, and because I
Ouch.
kind of like the burn, but
Oh.
then I stopped because it
It's
made like some
drying.
dark spots. So I don't have to do
Lord.
anything.
But you
I just
gotta
use
put,
Neutrogena to wash it. Wash it off.
Okay.
The head.
Yeah.
But you've got to put sunscreen on it.
No,
You should,
no.
because that's how people can get skin cancer.
No, I don't put sunscreen.
Really?
I
Wear
use
hats and
sunscreen on
all.
my face. I don't use it
not
on
on
my
your
head.
head.
Take it over to your head,
I-
because
I
that's
may-
where the sun's gonna hit
I
first.
may consider that, but
Yeah.
no, I've never done that. And if
Just take it back.
and I'm a vain person, so if I put it on and it starts to like get a little white, something I can't deal with that. So it's just
Well, they have new technology now where it's
Something to
not
make it less of a
yeah,
problem.
where it's
So
not white.
I went to the beauty supply and I asked, I said, do you guys have anything for a bald head? They looked at me. The one lady said like shampoo. No, we probably wouldn't need shampoo because shampoo is actually for hair. Bald head. I'm sorry, just
But
a condition.
you can use shampoo. You still need shampoo. You need to wash your head after you
scalp.
cut it.
Well, you could just use it in the old soap.
No, because it'll dry
want
it
it-
out.
so you use
You know what-
shampoo
you know what-
after you cut it?
I use Neutrogena, but have them use mane and tail. Go old school.
Okay, I
with
know
that.
mane and tail.
Don't do that. I'm just.
They still make that?
They do, and every time
I
I'm
don't even
with.
know what that is.
It's
You never heard of mane and tail?
Orange and blue bottles.
Oh, and it's got
Got
horses.
the horse on
It's
it.
got the horse on
And
it.
they made you
okay.
believe it was
Man,
gonna give you a mane, honey.
It's so funny whenever I see that. But no, just have them use some type of soap with some oil in it
Okay.
or something like that.
Very
That's it.
For your
good.
bald
Make sure you check your
Yes.
sunspots.
Is it is
Okay,
this a man or a woman?
We're gonna go move on with the show. DivaD. Did anybody start to sense the sun, the light trying to dim, and the shade trying to come in? Was it just me? Because I felt it.
Honey, you brought the shade in
see
today.
what
I
I'm
don't know what
saying?
you're talking about.
I'm so
See what I'm
confused.
saying?
I'm
Put it
thinking
on
about
me.
the weather.
I just sit over here.
DivaD is shady. He gonna get
I
his
know.
little shady.
I know when it's coming.
Let me say this. I've watched the show, and
I'm not really that shady.
can't say that. But I do agree with you on that whole romper thing. You were right.
Thank you.
About what?
About what?
Whoever that was in
Thank you.
Daya, that should have been a romper.
That's
That should have.
what
That would have been real
Oh.
sexy.
I'm so
And
glad you back. That's
Oh,
what
well,
I'm
you know.
saying. My male me gets me.
I'm just saying.
All of that over Zendaya and her romper.
No, it was those long pants. I was like, if it would have turned my head, she would have had on some little shorts.
Yeah,
that
I'm
would have been
saying
sexy and
short
some
leg.
heels.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would-
absolutely. And rompers are in. Okay, but anyway.
Yeah. I was yelling at the screen.
Well, if she puts on a romper, you put one on too. They got them in your size
I ain't
now.
wearing no romper. That ain't me.
No,
Put a
romp
romper
him.
on.
No
Romp him.
romper.
I don't do that.
No.
Romp
No.
him, put a little
Who was it?
sunscreen.
Cam Newton? He
Yeah.
could do that all.
He
That ain't me.
It worked for him.
No.
You just, it has to fit your personality. I
It
think
does
people
not.
go wrong
It does not fit my
when they
personality.
jump on the trends. You can't just jump on any trend. All
No.
trends are not for you. So, happy Memorial Day. Like, we're post Memorial
I
Day.
know.
How was everybody's Memorial Day? And then we kind of want to catch up with you because Demetrius
I
has
know,
been
you've been
gone
all over the world and
30
stuff.
days, jet
you go?
setting.
You on
Everywhere.
probation now?
He don't went everywhere. Everywhere.
You said, are you on probation?
So I'm sure everybody's Memorial. You were in Vegas for Memorial Day, and of
Vegas,
course
hey,
you can't
it's
talk
something-
about it. I know.
I can't talk
know
about
the
it
rules.
because I need to agree with you on something.
What?
Vegas kind of
The spirit came over you.
it hurt my spirit a little bit. I didn't understand. I didn't at that time. I was like, "What the hell is she talking about?"
Man.
After being there 4 days, I'm like, "Man,
Oh, well, 4 days.
That's a long
That's a long
time.
time. You can't go to
it
Vegas
hurt my
longer
spirit
than
by
2
day
days.
2. It was by
Yeah.
day 2."
That's when you're supposed to be getting ready to leave.
Exactly.
Damn.
2 days, for real, 2 days in Vegas is like more than enough.
And maybe that's what it is, because I was there an extended period of time too, because I was going to come back for New Year's Eve, and I was like, I might as well stay, because I was there for a concert.
That's
it was a Lionel
solid.
Richie
I
concert,
can't
and
believe
more.
it. Like, yeah.
it was too much, and my spirit was literally heavy. I came back, and my spirit was a little grieved. I was off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you felt it. So
I
now
felt
you,
it.
yes.
I probably shouldn't have ended with that.
Yes.
I wouldn't do that.
And Vegas changes
Wow.
people. I mean, I was there with one of my best friends, and her and her boyfriend were like, "Oh, let's go to the strip club." They left me in the strip club drunk. I don't know how I got home.
It happens
They
to me.
left.
I
They
thought
just
the same
left
thing happened
me.
to me, yeah.
They left me, and like one of the strippers came up and was just like, "Your friends are leaving," and I turned, and they're leaving me. And the stripper, she had all the body makeup on. It got all over my coat.
Oh,
I woke up the next
Lord.
day in my room, like, what? Why would you leave me there?
what was it? Why they?
Well,
leave
were
you?
they?
Because he was mad about something, and then she wanted to go run after
Oh,
him.
I thought they were in the
Vegas,
special rooms and
Vegas
stuff.
changes people.
they got something popping. That's what it was,
No,
and you
I
just
saw her
weren't
running.
down with it, and they had
Running.
to.
It's just a lot.
So, what was your
Yeah.
favorite part of your trip? Because you were in Hong Kong, Dubai.
My
everywhere.
favorite part was Bali.
Okay,
I like
because that was the most relaxing
Nice.
part of the trip.
Yeah, and they know how the service. They have really good service.
They
and
were
I just,
attentive.
Yeah, Bali and Amsterdam and
Okay.
Milan.
Now in Bali, do they look
Milan.
at you different because you're black? I feel like I want to go to Asia. I feel
They
like I
do
could just be
not.
popping right off the
I
plane.
love
No,
it.
they didn't. I didn't feel
Love
that.
Asia.
But I did not. I probably won't go back to Dubai.
Why?
I don't like the way they treat women because everything was directed. Even if Tasha was talking, right? They're addressing me.
Now, is Tasha
Yeah.
your boo?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're not addressing her at all. where it's like, and it made me feel more protective of her, because it's like she was not being
Like her
acknowledged
voice didn't matter.
at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
At all.
How was she with that? I mean, because I'm sure that you kind of have a sense of it, maybe not to a full degree, but you have a sense that that's kind of what it's gonna be.
I didn't know, not like that, because even when we're like the guy's supposed to send pictures from our little dune and camel ride, and he's getting her phone number. He's sending her a text, but addressing me on her phone. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Look, she just kind of said fuck it and just got on her phone and just started ignoring
They
people.
arrest you for saying bad words over there too.
For real.
You gotta be careful.
Well, we got real defiant, holding hands and all that.
And you're not supposed to show any public affection like that?
No.
Oh, I didn't know
but
that.
But when you're not being acknowledged, you be like, man, damn y'all, man. That's how you
But that's when they'll acknowledge you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the Bastille.
I made it back.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind jail in Dubai. I don't want to go to jail in Mexico. What Martin say though, nobody want to go to jail in
But let
Mexico.
me ask you, because our show today is the title of it is, and we're going to get into this Tank situation, standing right the F here, which is actually what he said. Don't you think that when you go to a different environment and you go into someone else's home, that you kind of should respect and honor their rules, and to kind of be flippant about it and purposely rebel and do things that you know kind of don't fall into their way of doing things? You don't see that as being maybe a little disrespectful?
Well,
No.
you have to do that. Otherwise, you end up like that fool who went to North Korea and was running out on the hotel, and now he's in jail for 3 or 4 years.
Wait, what did he do now?
Who did this?
The one who went to the little white boy who went to North
Well, he
Korea,
shouldn't have went to North
and
Korea to begin
thank
with.
you, but probably went with some ministry or something, and then disrespected them. And was like out on the hotel, like pulled a banner down or something. So they arrested him and sentenced him to hard labor.
That's different.
But those are the rules there.
Those are the rules. I will say this. I say yes and no. It depends, because Dubai is a very interesting
So wait a
place.
minute. You know
to
what's
me.
funny? I'm sorry.
What?
Y'all were talking about how upsetting it was, and the way they treat women. And Courtney is trying her best to reach her glass across the way to get some champagne, and y'all were just ignoring us. Very Dubai style.
Weren't we supposed to continue the conversation?
Yes. You are a black
Go
woman in
on.
America. Just say, fill my glass.
Push, give. All you had to do was push the glass and
all
keep
good.
giving with.
I'm
Yes.
fine.
She's empowered. She can push her own damn
See what
glass.
I'm saying?
Push my own damn.
So that's the only place that I'm like, I don't think I would go
You
back.
wouldn't go back.
But it was a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
that it was just a little troubling
Gotcha.
for me.
Interesting.
I get it. Okay, so you guys know that Tank performed
I love
at
Tank.
DC Pride.
My peoples.
And
My
the
peoples.
children. It's a room full of the children. So it's a gay pride festival. I don't really know much about it, although I know it's in DC. What do you know about it?
Well, gay pride is just that. It's pride. It's people celebrating, and this was actually Black Gay Pride. And they
Okay.
have a Black Gay Pride out here. I think they do it closer to Malibu.
But I'm saying, is this something they do annually
Usually
in DC?
they do it.
Pride
Yeah,
is
Okay.
annual.
yeah. Usually
Gotcha.
they do it annually, and actually they just had Long Beach Gay Pride just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was really happy about this because, my feeling is just because
What were you happy about? Set it up.
I'm happy the fact that he, as an
He
entertainer,
performed, yes.
as a performer in a very hyper masculine genre, which is hip hop music, rap music, is
Tank is not hip
He's an
hop.
R&B song.
well, same thing. Like it's still it's a very hyper masculine environment that the music industry that he is as a black male,
Okay.
and I like the fact that he was willing to go out and support the black LGBT community, because regardless of what somebody feels about someone else being gay or not being gay, doesn't mean that they don't deserve to have entertainers come and support them, and it doesn't mean that he's gay whether he is or isn't. It's nobody's business.
See, and that's
He's
the
just
thing.
performing.
That was the issue with him, is he's getting slammed because he did this. So people are now speculating he's got a predominantly all female fan base. So does this create some kind of confusion? Is this going to kind of, for lack of a better word, contaminate his brand?
Well, that's them. If they-
1955. Like, he got paid need to go sing some songs and
Right.
be sexy because he's
Oh,
sexy.
wait. Play the video, though.
Wait a second.
They were supposed to play the video.
And it's been rumored he was gay a long time ago. This ain't new.
Well, so what if he is
That's
gay?
the point. That's why it's like,
Well,
what
you
is the
gotta
thing?
put that out there like
if
that.
If he's
Wait a
Leave
second.
my LGBT
okay, wait, hold on, listen,
alone.
wait, watch the video.
I got that whole my head.
Yes. Welcome to Eat, Pray, Live.
We're gonna watch the whole video. Courtney wants to.
How long we gonna do this? We get it.
Down, all right.
When you fucking with Tank, this is what happens. We get it. We get it.
Always humps, you know,
And then he
takes
lets-
his shirt off.
I want to see the foot. Okay, we're good. So he basically said at the end of this, he said, you know, if anybody wants to know where I stand, I'm standing right the F here. Now, as a straight woman, I'm seeing
go.
this.
Here we go, because it's always
Don't get your little one piece in a bunch. Okay? What
Some
I'm
one-piece got
saying
pieces.
is that's some gay shit. For me. As a straight woman, that's a turn off to me.
Well, you don't have a chance
But
for
you
him
ain't gonna-
anyway.
No, don't matter because I see it. That's the thing. Now you know that what happens in a room doesn't just stay in a room. That case in point with Kim Burrell. She's preaching in church. It went all over and it really hurt her. Okay. No, we're not going to get back into that. But I'm saying things have a way in this day and age of traveling. I'm seeing that and I'm like, well, wait a second. He can be gay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's his choice. He can be gay. But my thing is, and we had this discussion on bisexuality and women being okay with, you know, dating a man that is bisexual. And
Courtney's
a lot
fine
of
with
women, Courtney's okay with it. Courtney's okay with it, but a lot of women are. And I'm one of them. If I know that you are bisexual, then I'm not with it. It's okay, do your thing, but I can't. So this to me is the same. Is kind of in that vein.
It's too much for
What
you?
I thought it was for a straight. Like I said, he appeals to me. This is my artist.
So now you own Tank?
No, I don't own Tank.
So now because he's done that, you feel as though that he can't come and represent
I feel
you?
that's why he's no. I feel that's why he's probably getting a lot of flack from his audience, from his fan base. It's just like when we found out Luther was gay.
You're saying that.
When we found out
found
Luther
out? Like,
when
how
we
did you
found
not
out
know?
Luther Vandross
Hello.
was gay many moons ago,
Wait.
it hurt your
Luther
feelings.
Vandross
you
never.
thought he was singing to you.
Luther
He
never said that he was
acknowledged.
gay.
Come on now.
Allegedly
But that's the
gay.
point. Like, we already knew.
No, but we
Allegedly.
did. Now you have to understand.
Neither did
I got
Liberace.
a few years on
Allegedly.
y'all.
I'm a lawyer though. It's alleged
It's
until
alleged
they say.
until they say so. He
there's
can't say
something
no
to
more.
prove.
Rest his soul.
Okay.
But did you feel the same way about an actor that plays a gay character?
No.
Why?
Because, well, to
'Cause
be
he's
fair,
pretending.
to be fair to Sheree, music and acting are different, especially when you're a
Yeah.
singer-songwriter like Tank, because this is you. Like, if I don't like
Yeah.
a rapper's music, typically I don't like them. If I don't like a singer's music when they're writing it, I probably don't like them.
Yeah.
Now,
Good point.
But that's an element of performance. I'm not
Thank
saying
you.
his music. It'd be if he's like singing about sleeping with a man and you find that like not sexy to you, that's one thing. But his performance, to me, performance is still art. That's still a choreographed
Why do you-
situation.
Why do you think he's getting? Because it's really not about Sheree, what Sheree thinks. But why do you think he's getting the flack that
Well,
he's
I mean,
getting?
I'm not.
You don't think
I'm
that's
sure
gonna
he's
hurt?
getting the flack because people are like,
no,
"Oh my
no.
God, are you gay? What? Like,
Right,
of course. Like, I'm not stupid, but at the same time, it's sort of like that seems ridiculous
But
to
what
me
is
because
it? Do women feel? Is there a sense of feeling maybe betrayed? Like, wait
I
a
think
second,
people-
and duped? Wait a minute, I thought you were this.
They're not here's the thing. If you're upset by what Tank is doing, that's not Tank. That's you. Whatever issues you have with somebody performing at Gay Pride, those are your issues.
But that's the question that she's asking.
Right, but-
Why do they feel that way?
Yeah.
Because that's
They
their
feel that way
issue.
because they're thinking that
That's
if he
their
sleeps with
issue.
men,
Yeah,
he
but-
wouldn't sleep with me,
but what
and
is the
therefore
issue?
I'm not
Wait,
turned
she's
on. I
answering
totally
it.
get
That's
it.
the issue.
The
You feel
thought
duped.
is in their mind, they're like, oh, but you like men, damn.
No,
But
the
you
thought is
feel
they think that
duped
because
and
he's
misled.
performing
Yes, but that's the-
that he sleeps with men. But meanwhile, the ones that a lot of these women will celebrate the most are the ones talking about, oh, you're a bitch, you're this, rapping, being misogynistic in all of their lyrics. But that's the one that's the one that I want to be my baby daddy.
Well,
But this
because
one
some of
goes
us
and
like to be-
performs at
You
a
know,
gay
drop it
club.
down.
You see, but like somebody wants
Women
to go
are
and perform-
complex creatures.
Well, yes.
They are. But I would say personally, I don't think this is as altruistic as you all do.
That's
I
a
think-
big
You think it's
word.
altruistic?
I like
I
altruistic.
think it was about money.
that?
That's all I think it was about.
Right, so it was something
It's
he just
about
got.
money.
But I'm saying, like,
The
don't
gays
you
do
have
pay
to
well.
be?
I will say
Huh?
that they pay well.
Don't you have to be
least I
smart
do.
when you do something and you take a gig as an entertainer? Shouldn't it kind of fall into your branding? It shouldn't go against because then if
It
you
should,
turn off
but
your
this is the
target
thing,
market,
Sheree. This is the thing.
This is a once a year thing. for you.
But no. There's a flaw in your thinking
Okay.
that runs through that I need to tell you
Okay,
about.
tell
That I've been
me.
meaning to tell you about.
Tell her the flaw.
I think you don't understand. Sometimes I don't think you understand the buying public. In that, as long as Tank can still sing and perform, him performing at at DC Gay Pride will not terribly impact his sales. If anything, he'll expand his audience. The problem with somebody like Kim Burrell, it wasn't the church people; it's the people outside of the church that she offended that said, "Oh, we don't want to have anything to do with you."
Right.
With Tank, he's not going to have that problem. Just like I said, was it Anthony Anderson who said something about his mom
teaching
telling him
about
about
oral sex?
sex? I was like,
Anthony
that's not
Anderson.
going to hurt him.
Right.
Kim
Those type
Burrell
of things
offended
don't hurt.
somebody up in that church because they put her on blast. She offended
They
somebody.
sure did.
Well, it could have been a visitor for all we know.
But they was up in her church.
Yes,
so.
exactly.
But they might not have posted it because they were offended. They might have posted it because they were like, yeah. You know
Well,
what I'm
that's what
saying? Like
happens.
we don't know
That's
why.
true.
Yeah.
So I think
And they're
Tank
also
will be
dumb 'cause they had
fine.
to know.
It's not. If I'm Tank, it's not. I will perform, but I'm not about to be shirtless and grinded.
So-
I'm just
Well,
not.
why
about to
not?
do
But you're
that.
at Gay Pride. That's like he was getting the
Because
checks,
for
man.
me,
Everybody's gay. Everybody's
for
gay at
me,
Gay Pride.
like all the dudes that I know that become rappers and they become singers who are straight, or those who become rappers or become singers who are homosexual, they're doing it for coitus, for sex, for girls. For me,
Well, no one
I'm
of the gay
straight.
ones that you
I will
know.
be doing it for girls.
Right.
So I will perform, but I'm not going to be as
But
motivated
isn't there
as
an element of they're doing it for attention also? And so there's a portion of the
That's
attention
true,
and the
Courtney. I would agree with
accolades and
that.
all of that that's enjoyable when you're performing on stage. Like you just want to max out your crowd and get them super excited. He knows they're going to be
Yeah.
pumped because they see his abs and they see his good butt and all of that. So he's just playing to the crowd.
I would
But
agree with
also
that and say
you're-
that also applies to the new guy that's in office where I felt like he started feeling the
Why
crowd.
are you
abs
talking
up
about?
in
Why
the
are you
knees.
bringing up Cheetos?
Because we're talking about people
Why
who
are
like
you bringing up
attention.
Cheetos?
But you know, I think that
Get all sorts of attention in jail.
people are having his fan base because that's really who's coming for him on Twitter, right? And social media are his
But he's
fans.
still gonna be there at his concert sweating and
let me
hoping
get
he'll
this
sleep with
point
them
out.
too.
But the reason why they're having a hard time is because he was sexually appealing to men.
I think you're being too nice to the audience that's having a problem with him.
Right.
How
The
so?
audience
I
that's
think
having
so.
a problem with him is homophobic and freaked out when they see
No,
that.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
you can say. I
Yes.
don't know. I don't think you can make that statement.
I think that it makes them if you don't want to use the word
Okay,
homophobic,
okay,
don't.
wait,
but it
wait,
makes
wait,
them
wait,
super
wait.
uncomfortable to see what they think is a straight man could possibly gain anything from having that. They can't think outside of the fact that maybe it's just a performance and he's just singing.
Now, to be fair to them, now I agree. It's not. I don't see anything wrong with a straight man performing,
this one up.
and he has done a lot, including Sia,
Yes.
because I listen to her stuff, and he's very good because I don't see many people in R&B that can take and make somebody a rapper successful as he has. Now, that being said, I don't think it's anything wrong with somebody saying, hey, this dude is up here shirtless performing for gay dudes and then wondering. I don't think that's a stretch for somebody to wonder if Tank was gay.
But you're saying it kindly, like, oh, wait, is he gay? That's different than
actually
what the hell is wrong with
bashing him.
Tank? Is he gay?
Exactly.
Like the Twitter.
Yeah, but everybody didn't. Everyone did not say that. Some said, I always knew he was gay. There was one that just said that. Now, I personally don't think he's gay, but let me say this. If he is, it's nothing wrong with it. If he's not, there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
He didn't call me.
And at the same time,
bisexual.
Maybe he is.
But yes.
Well, can I just say something?
And there's nothing wrong. Let me say this, because there's nothing wrong. My thing is, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of straight performers that have performed at Gay Pride before. But I think it was the level, his performance was very sexual. He's talking about
he's trying to get that money.
Put it all in my face.
I think he's trying to get that money.
He's holding his
But we
stuff.
don't
He's
say that if
grinding.
Beyonce is dancing at Gay Pride in her underwear and shaking her butt, because we accept it from women, but we don't accept it from men, and that's a double standard.
What the hell it is.
I hope she is.
But that's the issue. We need to stop.
See, women can be bisexual, and we know this. Men are okay with that.
But why is that? But why do we have a different
It is a double standard.
Y'all wanna kiss
for
right
women
now?
performing? Oh, me and Sheree? Is that what's gonna turn you on?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who you were talking to. We can get it for you, Daddy. But no, one of the points that you made about was his fan base, and I think we are from a different time. You know, the younger generation, the millennials, they don't have the same sort of issues and hang-ups about sexuality as people from my generation, or you know, my father's generation, or you know, even your
Tank ain't
generation.
got no young fans.
How do you know?
Well, see, that's all the more reason why y'all should be applauding him for singing and dancing and turning it out at Gay Pride.
He's got some young fans
Look, let me tell y'all what needs to happen.
Because Tank is actually talented.
Tyrese and Genuine need to go ahead and stop
they're
stepping
not
around,
friends.
put this
They're not
TGT
friends
album
no more,
out,
no.
or at least hit me and let me
They
do a
messed it
reality
up.
show on
Not
y'all.
Genuine.
Song.
They messed it
Because they
up.
hilarious,
They
man.
messed it up.
Yeah, you know what? This is what I will say about Tank is good for him for taking it. He took a stand. He's like, you know
Yes.
what? LGBTQ, I'm down with y'all.
That's real talk.
And let
I
me
do
tell
agree
you
with that.
something.
I
When
do
Gay
agree.
Pride comes up for Hollywood, they will. He'll show up because they will pay him.
Amen.
But kudos to him for taking a stand and saying, you know what? I'm here. I'm standing with y'all. It is what it is.
Because there is this
Yeah.
stigma that if you're a straight guy or a straight person, if you somehow support LGBTQ, if you appear at the Pride or something, that you're
straight.
automatically, you know.
Are you gay
Yeah.
because you're on a panel with me?
No,
There you go.
but that ain't the same thing.
Well, it's
'cause
not the same
I was
thing.
here before you. But if
Yeah,
a Pride is broke out right here.
I left my sunglasses in my purse. Oh my God.
Oh Lord, I thought I had problems with Michelle. I want Michelle back. Michelle, could you come back?
Y'all growing
This
palm
gonna be
trees
good.
in this
This gonna be good. Come on, girl.
See that? See that? See that?
This is how she gets me.
See?
This is how she gets me. She does it on purpose.
I love it. Yeah, that's very
I was here
interesting.
first. Well, you
I gotta
know
pour
what?
myself now. Okay.
That's all right. Now he wants to give Courtney some because he's thinking that
30 now.
maybe he and Sheree could kiss. Let me go ahead. You didn't want to pour no champagne or move her glass earlier, but all of a sudden you over here, gentleman, pouring a glass
Like,
for her.
turn it up, turn it up.
Go on, kiss her. Go on.
Here we go.
You're so goofy. Well, let's the next story, and thank you, Courtney, because you sent this. The John Singleton and Benny Boone.
I like Benny is fine.
He is.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because he's not a bad-looking guy. That's not a great picture of him, though.
Honey, that's a good picture.
Is that
to
a
me.
good picture
It
of him?
works for me. I don't know.
Okay.
We gotta.
Yeah. All right. Well, there it is.
That's
there
that
it
picture
is.
coming out of the bathroom, and he's like, "What you got on?" That's that picture. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. If you had to do a meme and subtitle John Singleton's look, what does it say?
To go home.
I can't say nothing
It's
about John.
like this.
I can't say nothing.
This one. Right here.
I try to figure out which way his eye is looking.
You know.
Stop.
I know y'all.
John
are
is so sweet.
Okay, I don't know John. But we're not gonna talk about John's eye. That's shady, DivaD.
What?
That's shady.
The eye is
No,
right
he has
there.
he got a
Well, let's. So
I didn't know.
Yeah, but it's okay. He's sweet.
let me find my little
He's
story.
talented. What you need
So
to know.
John Singleton was doing the All Eyes on Me, the Tupac,
Tupac movie.
biopic. And let me see, because I have some quotes. Go ahead, talk, Courtney, and
I mean,
I'll chime in.
John Singleton was on board to direct it initially, and he kind of butted heads with the powers that be about some things that were going on in the script and whatever, so he bowed out. And Benny Boom came aboard and has now shot it, done it. It's out soon, actually. I think
Yeah,
they're doing, it's like next month or this month?
This
It's
month.
in theaters, June 16th.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
because they're actually doing a premiere thing this week. So anyway, Benny Boom took it on. He shot it, got it done.
Yeah.
But John has been on The Breakfast Club and done a few interviews, and basically he on The Breakfast Club specifically, he was very clear yeah, it's not. It's basically he basically said it's going to be whack because I should have been the one doing it, and that he didn't think that it was authentic and that the story was being told the way it needed to be, et cetera, et cetera. So he criticized.
And apparently,
Benny
he
Boom's work.
turned the script in, right? And there's speculation between him quitting, him getting fired.
Him quitting,
we don't
him getting
know.
fired. We don't know
We don't
exactly,
know.
but he says he bowed out, and
Yes.
that's sort of the story on the street that he actually bowed out of it because he didn't want to keep fighting about it.
What happened to bowing out gracefully?
Well, that's the thing, and that's what Benny Boom has now been interviewed since John Singleton was on Breakfast Club and said all that. Benny Boom was they asked him yo, what's up with that? How you feel about John, whatever. And Benny's yo, he's my idol. I look up to him. I respect him. It sucks that he would say something about that, and not just support what we're
Yes.
doing, and because we want to tell a good
And
story
John
too.
hasn't seen the movie.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
He
How do you
didn't see
criticize
it.
something
He
that
hasn't seen
Well,
the
let
movie.
me say
and
this.
even there, he may
But
not
he
even
didn't
be.
know where it was
Well, this is a
going.
quote. He said, "This is John Singleton. I haven't watched it, and I refuse to watch it."
Well, then don't talk about
He
it.
said, "I don't know what." He said, I know that they effed it up, so I'm not even trying to give it any attention." So,
That's what happens when you get old. You just get set in your ways and mad about
He does
stuff.
have set, but he did
just
have. He
mad.
was very
Is he too
close to
personally
it. I think he was,
involved?
but it was personal for him,
So
which is
close
why he
that
wanted
he
to
never
do
visited
it.
Tupac in jail.
Oh.
So close.
There you go.
Well, sometimes you don't be wanting to go to
So-
jail.
Well, how
Because he was trying
long
to.
was he in jail, Tupac?
He was
A year
it was
and a half?
A year and a half. It wasn't that long.
That's long enough to go visit.
It was long enough
Yeah.
to visit for sure.
If you ride or die for
That's what I'm
somebody, and that's your
saying.
homie, that's
But-
your peeps.
Yeah.
But
This is
you're right.
my
John.
But
opinion.
it's- you-
Just like I said in the last segment, this is about money. You don't have that many opportunities as a black director
Right.
to direct a film about an icon like this because they don't come along that often. So for him to miss this opportunity, yeah, he probably is bitter. He probably should be. Whether or not he should speak about it, it wouldn't be my way. But if he got something to say that's truthful, I'm let the sun shine
Should
in.
he,
Don't
should
bash
he
the
be
product.
Should he be supporting?
He doesn't have to
Should he
doesn't have to
support.
support
But
it,
I'm
but
saying,
you
should
don't
he
have
be
to
more
bash
sup-
it.
Okay.
You,
You don't
should
need to
bash what you
bash.
haven't seen. I would at least see it.
So he's not really standing for anything. He's just basically,
in,
you think
in
he's
his
bitter.
defense, supposedly he was very much a part of the initial creative process and the script, and that's where
But
sort of.
wasn't the mom being sued or
But
something?
that's sort of
and he
where all
didn't-
of it's coming in.
Yeah.
He didn't, and the studio wasn't willing to let him do some of the things that he thought were important in terms
Mm-hmm.
of telling the story. So maybe there's elements that he knows were going to be left
Yes.
out, and that's why he wasn't cool with it, which is fine. But in the end, you don't have to bash what's about
But
because
we
Benny
don't
did a
even know
job.
because it's 2 years later. We don't even know what the actual story happened. Maybe some elements
You
came
might
back
not
in. He
know,
just needs
but
to
you
let
still
go.
know a little.
Well,
no,
is
this-
no,
is
you don't
this
know the
about
final
Benny, though?
product.
Is this
I
about
don't think it's
Benny?
about
No.
Benny, and that's what sucks.
It's a bigger.
It's a
he's-
bigger.
Yes.
This is the thing. Talent always believes that talent knows everything. But my thing is this: if you know everything, then pay all the money.
and talent being
do it
who?
yourself.
Who's talent in this? You're talking about John, the director.
John.
Okay.
Because he was quoted as saying they're gonna try to tell me how to make a movie about
Right.
pop, but you spending their money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's always the thing where nobody wants to listen to the execs
That's
of the
true.
suit,
But in their
but everybody wants to
defense-
spend their money. Then go get the money your damn self and make it.
And make it. Well, I
That's what you
agree with
gotta
that.
do.
Because you have to make concessions, but at a
Right.
certain
You
point,
do like a
if
little
you're
YouTube something
saying, wow,
with a couple
it
of
doesn't have
stage
to be a
actors.
My thing is, the
YouTube.
people in marketing, they know what sells too.
But
Yeah.
that's the point. Like
Yeah.
he's trying to make a movie about Pac and not just about selling, because he think the selling point is Pac.
They
not,
kind of like D said, put it on YouTube then,
But
because you're
it
not
doesn't-
in this. This is show business. It's
Yeah.
not show pop
I usually fight for show business. No, I know. I do fight for the business portion of it, and I understand that. But at the same time, he's not so removed from business to not know, because everybody is not always aligned in what business and creative can be, especially when it comes to Black stories. So if he felt like, I trust that he felt something very specific that they were missing. And that doesn't mean the movie's not going to sell because he didn't do it.
Who is he to say that he is the definitive person to
He's not.
tell
That's
that
why he
story?
bowed out.
Yeah, so bow out and be quiet. Wait until the thing comes out and then say what you need to say
Because it's not like the Outlaws are up here saying the movie's wrong. He's John Singleton. He wasn't even part of the crew.
He's making it about himself instead of this.
Agree.
Instead of this coming out, and then he's
he
like,
has an ego.
Yeah,
he's a
he's saying
creative.
all these biopics are bad. I saw the Michael Jackson biopic. I thought it was.
You talking about the one on Lifetime?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, that came out.
It was very entertaining. It was very
I didn't
entertaining.
think that one was going to be bad. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. You know,
It's a good Lifetime
entertaining.
movie.
Actually, people that criticized it said they didn't like the fact that they couldn't get the music. I actually appreciated that
Because it wasn't the story they were telling.
Exactly. The story was about the last couple of years of his life. He didn't release any music then. And, I thought it was done well. It told a story from the perspective of the two people who were actually with him. They were the ones telling that story.
Yeah.
And, people can criticize, at least wait until it comes out. People jump on this, these biopics are always bad and it's always negative. But at the end of the day, if you want to make a different biopic, then go make a different biopic.
I'm wondering, can I?
Yes.
I don't. You may not want to answer this question. Do you all think that the Whitney biopic kind of?
It was fantastic. You talking about Lifetime?
You liked it?
That was good.
Did I say that?
Y'all thought it was
saw
good?
it.
I don't have to ask. I don't have to ask the
But
question.
this is why. When I say good, if it's on Lifetime, I have a certain expectation for what it's going to be. Whether or not it's accurate is irrelevant to me.
Would you know if it was accurate or
And
not?
I wouldn't know anyway.
Yeah.
None of
I
us
would
know.
know.
It
I would
was
know.
well, you maybe. I
You would know.
personally.
No, I don't
Hold
think
up,
it
no.
was.
It was entertaining as hell.
No, that's BS. There's certain things
You
as
were in the
black
bathroom
people.
with Whitney smoking a
There's
pipe.
certain things as black people because you were there and you know what was in the zeitgeist at that time. What was
I was
going
like
on?
9.
You know.
I don't even know. Like, I didn't care. I don't care. It was great. It was just
I
like
thought it was
great
good.
Sunday night Lifetime
was good.
TV.
How soon after that biopic
If it was
aired
a $50 million
her daughter
movie,
die?
Oh,
Like,
I don't know.
I don't.
who died?
I thought she
Bobby
died
Christina.
before.
Honey, Bobby Christina was going to be gone sooner rather than later anyway because she had her own issues. Now, everybody, don't try
You
to blame.
blaming the Lifetime
don't blame a
biopic
Lifetime
on
biopic
Christina's
on
death?
Bobby Christina's
Is that what's
death.
happening?
She was high and drunk all
I'm
throughout
asking
that
a
reality
question.
show.
She, I agree.
regards-
She had a problem before.
She
So
had her own
what were
issues.
your thoughts? So why would you even ask that question? What did you?
Because
what did you
I'm
think?
trying to remember the timeline of the airing of the movie and her death. I was just wondering.
I thought it came after she passed.
But
Thank
say
you.
it came before though. What was your concern with the with
That
the
it was not
Lifetime?
sensitive to
Yeah.
her.
A movie
Probably
It was
not.
too soon.
A movie can't kill you, and she wasn't
But see,
even really
that's
that
the thing,
relevant
though.
in the
It can't.
film.
This is
I
the
don't
thing.
agree with that.
I'm not. We try to act like these things don't affect people.
No, I
when we're
definitely
dealing
think it
with
affects.
people.
Yeah.
And I
Real
didn't
people.
like it.
These are real people.
Yeah.
I don't. Who directed it? I forget.
I don't even know.
I think was it Angela Bassett? I don't think
No,
she should.
it wasn't Angela.
Who
Not
was
for
it?
that one. She did something else.
Who I just didn't think it should have been done. Personally.
You thought like it was too soon because she had only been dead 4 years at this point.
No,
5
I don't
years?
think it was too soon. I just.
But that's a personal.
And-
But that's personal to you. Some
It
people
is.
want to tell
Yeah.
the story.
It is.
And if they tell the story, but you can't say that. Oh, this movie came out and this is a contributing factor to
Yeah,
what may or may not have happened.
no.
to Bobby
Yes, I can.
Christina.
I'm not saying it is, but yes,
I
I
think you
can.
can.
You can say
mean, you
that
can say
if
it,
that's
but-
what
brings
happened.
up because press
I'm not
brings
saying
up
that.
old
But she
stories
had
and-
those issues long before she was
It doesn't
running
mean that
in
it
the
didn't
press.
exacerbate
But
it.
what,
and
what,
make
would-
it-
what was what I'm trying to understand is the correlation, the connection that you're making, because I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Do you think it was hard for a daughter to watch that? Do you think that if I
I'm
had
sure.
a problem,
I'm sure.
it could potentially put me over the edge? Okay.
When
I see.
you're addicted to drugs, anything can make you relapse. Now,
Gotcha.
I'm not saying that the Lifetime movie killed Bobby Christine.
Right,
I'm
right.
not even alleging that.
Right.
I just was wondering, okay, now when did she die?
Well, could have caused her some type of anguish.
I'm sure
or,
it did. I'm sure it did.
Distress.
But I'm sure Michael Jackson's movie caused
Yeah.
his children some anguish.
Well,
And
she
Michael's
spoke
been
about
gone
it. Paris spoke about it.
How
I
long?
love Paris. She's gorgeous. That girl is
Beautiful
one
girl.
gorgeous.
She's
She
a
was
beautiful
upset,
girl.
yeah.
Now Tupac has been gone almost. Well, no, it's been 20 years.
Over
20 plus.
hasn't it? Yeah, it's 20
It'll be
plus.
20. Yeah, because 20 years. Last
I
last
just
June.
realized Tupac and I are almost about the same age. We would be about the same age.
And your point is
That
Like,
that I
y'all been
actually
together?
like. No, you know
He's
what?
trying to show that
Courtney?
he can empathize because I assume.
Can I just say what I want to say without you trying to
sure.
put words into my mouth, Mr. Demetrius? Welcome back, by the
we're
way.
gonna call this show "Eat, Pray, and Shade."
I will not be part of that show.
But you'll bring the shade to this.
I
one.
will not. I will not.
But what I was trying to say is I thought about it and I said, wow, this is somebody who has been gone for 20 years. He's my age. And it just put things in perspective. Like, you never know when your time is or what's going to
Never
happen.
know.
That is the
Yeah.
But there's with him okay. That
But
might
he
be
is
getting
sexy
to.
too.
But you know what I thought? What
Yes, he was, honey.
Demetrius? Not this one, but Demetrius Shipp Jr. is the one. That's the lead that's playing Tupac. So when I'm going through the internet trying to find images for our show, it's the resemblance
Scary.
between this actor
Scary.
and Tupac is uncanny.
Yeah.
Amazing. I couldn't tell. I'm like, I don't know if this is the actor, if this is Tupac. I don't know.
So was Navi in the Michael Jackson story. He looked just like
Yeah.
him.
He looks a lot like him, but to me, it's not that close of a resemblance. I mean,
Because it's also, like, very
He's
made
very
up,
made up,
and
exactly.
he's been an impersonator
very
for
theatrical.
years, yeah.
This guy just, oh my God, I'm like, that's
Ralph
really.
Fiennes is playing Michael Jackson.
No,
Stop
they
it.
canceled that.
Stop.
Who's
They
Ralph
didn't.
Fiennes?
They didn't
They
even air
canceled
it.
that.
Hey there.
No,
They-
they didn't air it.
Good.
They canceled that. Thank
Maybe
It
goodness.
was a mess.
It was a mess.
It was
I
a
didn't. Yeah,
mess.
I didn't. I don't
But I
even know
did
what
like
that
when
is.
I thought I was, like, every once in a while when I would watch the Michael Jackson one, I would hear the little accent, Navi's little accent. Oh, Paris. I thought it was cute.
He's cute. He was cute. He was on Wendy Williams. I saw the one that I guess played. I didn't see it, but
I
yeah,
haven't
thought.
seen it.
I thought he was very just. I thought he was a great guy. He seemed like he was very.
The interview on
you know,
Wendy.
yeah, I thought he was good.
Yeah.
Seemed like he was, just fair, diplomatic, reasonable, and somebody who was genuine. He seemed very, very genuine to me.
Isn't that all
cared
we
about
want in the
Michael.
world? Can we get a
what I'm
president
saying.
that's
Can we-
fair
child,
and
can we get
genuine?
along?
I told
and
y'all.
balanced?
Why are we talking about him?
Lord.
That was one good thing about being on that trip. Because I
What?
didn't.
You didn't have
You
to.
didn't have to
you
hear
tuned
about
out.
it.
Yeah, a few people would ask like what did I think about him or whatever, but I think they asked because I'm black and they know
They're like,
I
do you
don't
think
like
he's
him.
going to put you back in chains?
Nah, they ain't say that. They're just like, what do you think? And then I
That's
tell
what they
them.
thought.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy. It's a crazy. it's a
they
crazy
thought.
time. The I don't know if we're gonna have time to get to it because this is another heated out with the old. Melissa HarrisPerry
Yes.
wrote an article, and she was very opinionated, and she basically slammed. And this was the picture from her article in the Huffington Post.
Why is everybody yellow?
Just character. I don't know. Why would they make them yellow, Courtney? Courtney can read into things. We don't know.
I mean, I don't
But
know.
anyway,
about
she was
that.
very
I need to think
dismissive
about that.
of the NAACP legacy movements that have been around forever, basically criticizing them, just saying that they were irrelevant.
Which is actually why she has a voice. But let's move on.
Okay, in her defense, if you read the New York Times article that she wrote, I'm gonna have to say, because initially I read the responses and I was like, wait, let me go back and look at
read what
the
she-
actual
yeah.
article. And
She was a little harsh, though.
She was harsh, but not wrong. Because she didn't just say, NAACP, y'all need to sit down. That is not what she said. She said, you got two options. Either you become the legacy organization that steps aside and we say, You have paved the way for all that we are. Like, no, completely respect. Like,
It's
you.
already bad.
But if
How do you tell the NAACP to step aside?
She made it. It was very clear because
Uh-huh.
the NAACP is caught up in a lot of bureaucracy right now. They're switching presidents right now and think that if they just like put a new president in, like everything is Gucci. The only active movement that has been sort of started and supported by the NAACP right now that's like really been effective is a movement in North Carolina that helped the voter suppression act that like North Carolina
but
stated.
it's not just in North Carolina. There are 9 different cases that
It has now spread, but it started in North Carolina and it's the only sustained one. So in the end, NAACP has become a huge organization with a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of red tape, and not as effective as perhaps they should be right now. She said either you become the organization that is historically amazing, we support you, we thank you for everything that you've done, and we always do that, or you need to pick somebody as your new president that is somebody that is from the bottom, like somebody that you wouldn't expect, somebody that is, somebody that's been in jail, or somebody, she like gave examples, like somebody that's, feminist and black and trans, like so that they can alter, they need a shakeup. Like something radical has to change and they have to go back to who they were when they started, which was they were willing to shed blood to make change. And in this current state that they're in, they're not. They're literally a legacy organization.
So you think they're complacent?
I think that they are a respected organization that shed blood in the 40s, 50s, and 60s for years, and now they're in a place where they got a big board of directors with like 65 people.
But just
they're paying checks. They're not as active in terms of what is needed right now that they should be.
They tweeted back. Basically, they tweeted back like an in-your-face kind of like,
let them know,
hush,
Sheree.
this is what we doing. We don't want 9 cases or whatever. So
Exactly.
the approach is different. And I'm saying, should you really have the audacity to criticize the people that basically paved the way and gave you a platform?
Gave you
That's the only. Wait. Let me say this.
I don't mean disrespect, but I do mean criticize, and I do think publicly.
But why would you even ask that question?
Why not?
I think but her criticism isn't, what she's criticizing is, likening it to this Black Lives Matter movement.
She didn't liken it to it. She was just saying that these are different.
But that is the impression now, because what is the big movement right now is Black Lives Matter. So what movement?
She brought up 3 other movements in that article. It wasn't just Black Lives Matter. But that's what she was speaking to. She's speaking to it. Organizations don't operate the same way now in terms of social activism change. Like, it's not the same as it was in 1955.
When you look at the Black Lives Matter movement, there's not a cohesive voice across the country. There's not a cohesiveness with regard to...
I disagree with that.
No, I disagree with you, but because there's not really a cohesiveness.
But does there need to be? Because that goes to Courtney's point about how organizations operate now.
Okay, so then what? So if you don't have if you're Black Lives Matter and one group is saying this over here in New York, another group saying this in North Carolina or South Carolina, then you've got California saying this or the other. With the NAACP, at least what they're able to do is say, okay, we've got these organizations.
You stopped yourself because you were asking a question. If you have this organization,
if you have this organization over here saying this, that. What happens is that there is not a cohesive message.
No, that's not true.
That is not true. Black Lives Matter has a very cohesive message. If you would go to the Black Lives Matter website, they have very clearly what they expect and what they desire as a part of their organization. What people have been arguing about is that Black Lives Matter does not have a leader that people can see and turn to and be like, oh, that's who's leading the Black Lives Matter movement. But the whole point of Black Lives Matter is that it has taken on the millennial sense of we live in a very different world now, and it's not just a leader that's supposed to guide us to the promised land. We are on social media, and people are doing things in the social media way that like they're being led under a similar message, but not necessarily by a leader.
That's my problem with what she did. Because I think she's a college professor. I'm sure she's a
professor at Wake Forest.
Professor, but I don't think she really understands how organizations work. In that, you don't necessarily need Black Lives Matter. You don't necessarily need the NAACP. You need both. And you need both of them to do what they do. The NAACP should be entrenched. it should be an organization that is not like Black Lives Matter, because you need someone with the suit on. You need somebody with a tie on. And eventually you won't have an NAACP. Eventually they will die out, but that's the nature of organizations.
But I feel like that's where she was in the entire point of the article. Like, I don't feel like she was literally saying, y'all ain't shit no more.
Well,
like,
but
peace
to
out.
be fair, Courtney,
Like,
you can't tell someone to take emeritus status and say you have two choices.
Step aside.
Who,
yeah.
one,
you.
now I don't.
But that's because they're at a transition point. They dismissed their president and they're about to appoint
But that
a new
does
president.
not mean that they have.
And-
Wait. That does not mean they have two choices. They have many choices.
Yes.
They can wrap this shit up and not have an organization. They have many choices.
But that's one of the choices. Like, there's many ways that those two choices can
I don't
materialize.
agree with Sheree to say that she shouldn't challenge authority, but I think there was a certain amount of arrogance in that I know better, and she
what I
didn't
said.
justify
And
it.
who is she to say that they
That
should
ain't
or
what I
shouldn't do
said.
this or
Yeah,
that?
kinda.
The title of the article
No, that's not
was
what I
That's why I
said.
asked
the
you why you asked
NAACP
that
being
question.
obsolete.
I think there has to be, I think authority can be challenged, but I think it should be done in a very respectful manner.
No.
It can't be
It
all
just
the
depends.
time.
It can't be all the time.
Here's the thing.
And I don't think it was disrespectful.
You're right.
Her
You're
article
right.
wasn't disrespectful.
To you.
In this scenario,
What was disrespectful about it?
I'm saying you didn't find it disrespectful, but clearly someone in the NAACP found it disrespectful.
Because it hurts feelings
here's-
when people are like, y'all
Okay.
might be
Let me
irrelevant
read- let
right
me
now
read
because
what,
you're not doing as much
Huffington
as you
Post-
could be.
But that's your
can I
perspective.
read something? This
She
is
didn't
the
say it was
article.
somebody else's perspective.
Marcus Bright, PhD, scholar and activist. This is what he wrote, because this was the article that that you sent, Courtney. He said, no one is arguing against multiple approaches, but don't discard traditional approaches because someone else wants to go another route. Why do the NAACP, the NAN, and other legacy civil rights organizations need to move aside, as HarrisPerry suggested, for other groups to emerge? We need all approaches. Any team that has a playbook with only one play or one strategy is a losing proposition. Don't blow up someone else's bridge because you want them to cross yours. He said, in the
that's
age
not
of
what
Trump,
she
we
said
can't
in the
afford to
article.
burn the bridges that brought us this far.
She did, but
She did not
she's
say
not
that
wrong
in the
because there's
article.
only so much
did.
money to go around. That's kind of what she was saying. Like, look, y'all need to step aside so we can give the funds to these organizations that may produce better results.
But that
Now,
don't have a history or
Where
background of
was
actually
that
producing
in
any
the
results.
article?
when she specifically said there's not that much money
she
to
did
go
not.
around.
She said, but she said as an option, there is this or there is this if you are going to stay in the game.
But
Well,
she's a
go check
nice
to the
woman, I'm
Black Lives
sure,
Matter.
but she does not get to decide the only path to success.
Thank
Who
you.
the hell is she? Now,
Thank you.
I don't disagree
That's
with
like
her,
saying that
but she's
what
not
he's
totally
saying
right.
is not the only path to success. Like the response to it, saying that the NAACP needs to be around and should be able to stay around is the only path to success, and that's not the
To be fair
thing.
to him,
Let the members of the
history has
NAACP
shown
decide
that you should
it should
have
be around.
multiple approaches. To be fair to
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
history is on his side. But to be fair to her,
She said missed multiple approaches.
no. She
She's-
said multiple approaches with them stepping aside.
Yeah.
She said
She
what
did.
they are doing right now is stagnant because
cool. No,
they have
but-
way too a lot of money invested
We have
and
to stop.
very
We have
little
to-
success
But
from
see,
what they've
how do
been
you
doing.
judge success?
Let me read
And
something
we
she
can't-
wrote.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, if it wants to survive, this is a quote, the end from Melissa HarrisPerry. She said, if it wants to survive, the NAACP has two options. It can move aside gracefully. Legacy, yeah.
Let's let it
Read
go.
the
Let it
rest
go.
of that
Legacy
quote.
civil rights organizations should have, I don't even know what this word is.
Emeritus.
Emeritus. What does emeritus mean?
It's like you're
you're
like president
president.
in
Gotcha.
name only forever.
Emeritus status, just like professors. They should be acknowledged for their past work and allowed to make meaningful contributions in the future.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, but can we do that to her?
But in the present, they should
No.
step to the side.
well, maybe
No,
she should
really,
step to
really.
the
Let's
side
just
and
be
work.
honest.
what
You
she
know
said.
what the NAACP need to do? Change the damn name. That's really what they need to do. The optics of
So
the name are
rebrand
terrible.
themselves,
That's
basically?
it. That's really it.
But rebranding has to also go
But
with like changing up who is running it, who's a part
No,
of
it
the
doesn't.
board. Like
No,
there's
it
People
doesn't.
confuse
No, it doesn't.
65
the
members of the
NAACP
board.
is
Why
the
do you keep
national.
saying that like that's a big number? that's really not a big number for an organization that size.
You're right. Except for an organization that size that is supposed to be making serious effect in the black community specifically, and right now what's going on in the black community specifically, they are doing very little.
May I just say this?
This ain't shade, it's a discussion.
Let me just say this. As a member of the NAACP, the NAACP is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. It's not just about black people. It's about Asians.
Yes,
it's about Hispanics, about everything.
Stood up for gays and everything.
Black Lives Matter, all of these other organizations can exist and still let NAACP exist.
Which is true and obvious because it exists currently.
Right, but for her to make a comment and say you either have to step aside and bow gracefully and just be like the former president.
With the amount of power that the NAACP should have, they could be making such a greater effect on everything that's going on, and that's why people are like, yo, you're not doing anything.
Okay, so with regard to what specifically? Like, I mean, because we're talking about what they are or what they aren't doing. What specifically is she saying that they should be doing?
Watch the town hall that what's-his-face just did last night about the state of black people in America right now.
I will say
and every single one of those issues.
What she was trying to, if we just take like with Black Lives Matter and how they get headlines. That's
but
one
we're talking
thing.
about Black Lives Matter.
Wait. We're talking about Black Lives Matter getting headlines, getting politicians who, like Bernie Sanders, who normally weren't speaking about certain things, to speak about those things with very little money. It didn't take a lot of money for them to do it. So you're thinking, if the NAACP became more radical with their resources, what could they accomplish in that arena? Maybe they could actually create a country, or at least opinion in the country that could get officers convicted. That's possible. But you pointed out something that I had not thought about really. It is even though I want them to change the name, they do represent the advancement of colored people, not just black people.
Yes.
So that kind of makes, and I respect the professor, but that kind of makes the article a little more silly because Black Lives Matter, and I think every other organization she probably named in there, don't represent that wide group of people. So how, if you make the NAACP a merited status, who's going to represent all these other people that don't fall under the Black Lives Matter banner?
I think the point being is that she, in her opinion, does not see enough movement in any of those places. So give an amazing article about what is... Okay,
tell her to start a group.
Okay, look, in the end, NAACP has a lot of money and a lot of organization that is needed in all communities of color.
Maybe she can get a grant.
Since 2008, black people have lost 50% of their wealth. We were the hardest hit by the housing crisis, and people of color in general were hit much harder than white people. So the fact that the NAACP exists and has existed for so long with leadership, with funds, there's a lot more that they could be doing.
Now, to be fair, this has always been a criticism for the last 20 years of the NAACP.
Exactly. But it's not new.
But what is she doing?
She's telling them to go back to who they were when they started. And who they were when they started was they fought. And what needs to be fought for right now is not happening.
Instead of telling somebody to do something, then you go do something.
But she's doing her best work.
If you for 20 years have seen that the NAACP is not doing something, it's real easy.
She's in her lane.
Listen, honey, it's real easy to drive on a lane on the freeway and talk about what everybody else is doing over in the carpool. What you can do is either get into the carpool or get off the freeway or
that's like her telling the NAACP you need to become the way forward and teach.
A reporter and a professor. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing.
Start a group, get a grant, do something.
She should criticize where she sees it. And a lot of what she said in that article
was accurate. It's valid.
Now the NAACP may not like it, but the things that were accurate they should take to heart if they want to survive. Otherwise, they probably won't be around in about 20 years.
Taking that to heart. We don't know that.
Is this a case of, you know how?
Ooh, I'm going.
I know we got to wrap this up.
30. I was like,
we're gonna wrap this up. But is this a case of the new way of doing things is not really respecting the old way of doing things.
No.
I don't see that. 'Cause
What
I
it
do
is-
believe that, to a
what
degree.
it is that there's a new way
Well,
of
you gotta
doing
give me a
things.
little side eye just
Melissa
'cause I
is
believe
pointing it
something
out in the
There's a
NAACP.
passion and a vigor
What?
that you have when you know, you're young and you feel you can change
feel
the
you, Rick.
world.
I feel you on that.
So, you see what I'm saying?
feel you. I
As you
feel
get
you.
a little older, you do get a little more settled, and the approach changes. You
Right.
kind of you soften. But I don't know if it's fair to. I think you can challenge authority, but I still think we have to respect authority.
I don't know what that means.
Well,
because
And
she
how
wrote,
was she
she wrote an
respectful
article. She
of
didn't make a
authority?
diss track, right?
Well,
She didn't cuss
when
them
you start,
out.
listen, when you start telling, saying that you're irrelevant, and this what you need to do or step aside, that to me, that tone is a little
Well,
disrespectful.
they're not top of mind. I really do not think about the NAACP. I thought about
Do
the
you watch
Urban
the
League.
award shows?
No.
Not even at the award show.
Hell, what? No, boy, the NAACP. Hell no.
And I've been for the last couple years.
I
How
like
about we
I still like them. Okay.
NAACR Halo Award? Come on, Courtney.
Yeah.
I got to go find it again. 'cause
Oh,
I done
Lord,
deleted it
it's-
because I got
the-
it. I got
That
it.
halo
You got
has been attacked.
It's
and
the end of the
moved and
school
bent.
year, so we want to support the kids and we want to
Yes,
celebrate the
look at
kids.
it.
And
Our
Mr.
fashion
Kari Myrick, a 12-year-old, has been crowned the first individual national youth chess champion in the entire history of the city of Baltimore. And he won the national
Yay,
championship. He's 12 years
that.
old and he's so
That's
adorable.
precious. That's him there.
Congratulations, boo.
So
Congratulations.
he's the first period, not the first black
First
one,
in
just
Baltimore,
period.
yeah.
First in
Isn't that
Baltimore.
awesome? So that's
Yeah.
him. That's him teaching his little brother. I think that's
Playing
precious.
chess. And I still can't play
Yes.
chess.
The little
Shout
brother
out to
look
you,
like I'm
bro.
tired of you whooping my ass.
I know, right?
really
That's what
tired of this.
happens. You're gonna get
This
it
gonna be the
whooped
last
for a
time
minute.
right here, bro.
That's
Like,
the
I'ma get it.
old and the old and the new. We
In
love
like
that.
5 years, he's gonna be the next one.
So you guys, that's really and DivaD, we didn't do our fashion segment.
That's
so let's.
okay.
You want to squeeze that
We
in
can
real quick?
squeeze
Can
it
we?
in. Honey, listen, I
Quickly.
can always squeeze something in.
We're gonna squeeze it in. Those will be. Those
How
will
you
be.
take it is how you took it.
Those will be your takeaways because we're gonna go around, do our takeaways, and those will be yours. We'll do your
Okay,
best
so that'll
and
be
your
my-
and the worst for the
that'll be my
Cannes
takeaway.
film festival. So Courtney, what are your takeaways, baby girl?
My takeaways, because I never have them when it's my turn, because I always go first. My takeaway for the day is that I didn't realize how logical people would be that upset with Melissa's article, and so I'll just keep thinking about that because I was like, I'm gonna just leave that to the Twitter trolls, but apparently I got some at the table, so I'm gonna think a little harder about what was going on.
Demetrius?
I don't know who she was talking to, but you know what but hey, you got to get there. You go, girl. There you go.
I don't know.
Do you want to come back? We'll come back to you.
We don't have to come back. I guess the only one that I had, the only takeaway I had was just because, Tank performed at the gay pride parade don't mean that he gay.
Can I get a hug?
No, but
You see how he
that's
did.
why I thought on the way over here, I was like, it don't mean he gay.
No, it don't mean he's gay.
But if he is,
Means
it's
he got a
fine.
job.
No.
Means he booked a job.
If he's gay, it is what it is. Right.
Yeah.
If he's gay, it is
But
what
I
it
don't-
is.
But Sheree ain't gonna
But I
hurt
thought it was gayish.
Gay lives.
What the fuck does that mean?
you. He did the same performance
Don't
he does
end. Don't end with
all
I
the
think that was
time.
gayish. That
That
is
ain't
so
my takeaway.
ambiguous.
That ain't my takeaway.
She act like she got a chance with him or something. He ain't even trying to look at you.
Negro,
you know.
please. Ain't
Trying
nobody
to-
think about Tank.
But you got clearly somebody
I think-
was.
I think
Nobody
Tank
think about
did that.
Tank. Tank can't hit
Okay.
this.
Take can't hit it.
Why?
No.
Because he sang and hunched his
No,
microphone?
because I know too much.
Oh, you know
That's
too.
I'm gonna
get
leave
that.
it like that.
I wanted to ask you something. 'Cause now you are gay, right?
Now we want to
No.
know.
Oh, you're not.
I don't believe in labels.
Oh, right.
He's sexually
And the
fluid.
question was, and if he is,
I am gay.
I
Okay,
have
so yes, I am
There
gay.
is one question because
Yeah.
I have always heard that gay dudes
You've heard? Who you
like
heard from?
titties, even though they're gay.
What are you talking about?
That's what I've heard.
Where is
Oh,
this
you've heard that?
going?
Who
Yeah.
have you heard that from?
I don't know
My,
where this is going.
Your gay
One of my
friend?
exes.
I'm gonna pretend
This
like
dude,
I'm
this
on the
gay dude
phone.
told her like, "Oh,
on
we
the
still like
phone.
titties. Yeah, he still like
what
to
does
touch
that
and play
mean,
with
like
titties.
titties?
I like to play with them and shit like that."
No, I mean, I don't know. Like that, it's. Do you like some straight men like to be fingered, while they're doing it to their women. Some straight men do.
No.
Some straight men do.
See, this is the thing.
Some straight men
I don't
do.
know if that's totally straight
You
because I
don't
don't
know if
like
it's
none.
true
I
for
don't,
you.
want, I don't want no fingers by my ass.
You don't know if it's true for you, but some guys like that. So just because some guys.
But doesn't that seem like something you wouldn't guess that?
Yeah, but just because some
no,
gay
but wait.
people
Hear
might-
the answer though. Hear the answer. He's
The
like,
answer
yes.
to what?
Doesn't that seem odd?
But that was
seem odd.
In
that was for
conclusion
him.
of Eat, Pray, Live, what is the
It's like I'm a
takeaway?
straight dude. I don't want to play with balls.
But that was for him. That was for him.
But it wasn't the first time I
Sheree, you
heard
want to
it.
start
I heard
with
it
the
the
Lord's
second time.
Prayer?
Awesome, because you heard it twice. It's a definitive now.
I'm asking.
Now this is a personal
Can I
after
just-
hours conversation.
Let me just pick up the pieces and move on with my life. Can we go over to my little fashion segment?
hurry up,
Can we just,
Lord
let me
Jesus,
just put like a
quick.
little fashion segment. Now we had our little hisses and kisses from Con or Con nots. Con.
It is can.
Con. I'm gonna say Con.
Je parle français et it is
Io
can.
parlo italiano. I don't speak French.
Oh, there's so much
it's
tension.
What happened
So
today?
much
I feel like
tension.
people tried to drag my
Tension.
they tried to drag my shady badge
It's a
off
beautiful
of me.
place.
Isn't it?
I love it.
What kind of energy you bring,
Okay, come on,
Demetrius?
get to the
Okay,
segment.
so
we have to
Lord
go.
have mercy.
Okay, so there were a lot of different looks, on the red. There were a lot of different
makes
looks
no
on the
sense.
red carpet. I
should've
don't know
did
what we
this.
should have done this first, Sheree.
Okay, so you know what?
Who's your favorite? Who was your
Who was your
favorite?
My favorite was
Let's
not
go to
this.
the next image.
Yeah,
You
go
said
to the
no.
next image.
And
Okay, this is
let
my
me set
favorite.
this up because it really
show.
doesn't make any
She been
sense. You said it's a shit show.
She been drinking.
It doesn't make any sense.
It was a shit
But
show today.
What I forgot to do, and I apologize to everybody, I forgot to do this segment. This was what we were going to open with, and I
Funny, that's-
totally forgot. That's why DivaD is
That's-
here.
yeah, that's 'cause-
like I'm trying to
Funny,
squeeze
Black
it
Power
in.
Courtney over here just had her fist raised up in there. I thought a glove was gonna come out. Lord. Well,
I
okay,
gotta go to the bathroom. Can we
So my,
open this show?
my kisses for the event has
Give
to
your
go
kisses.
to Naomi Campbell because for I think the 12th year now, she started her fashion relief campaign, her fashion runway
Mm-hmm.
show. They've raised about $6 million over the past
Kudos
12
to
years.
her.
Yes, and this year it's benefiting the children of Syria. But the
Bless
reason
her.
I give her
that's
kisses
beautiful.
is because she always looks on point
She is.
all the time. She is
She's
one
timeless.
person that
She's
never
timeless.
looks bad.
She's timeless.
Never.
What is she? Since our show is about standing for something, what does she stand for to you?
She, after her drama of like throwing phones and everything, what I appreciate about her is that she was able to just wrap that up, move it into a different direction, and actually work with charitable organizations. She was one of the first celebrities to come out and help after Hurricane Katrina, after the earthquakes in Haiti, doing things, the tsunamis in Japan, and she's helping the children in Syria.
Love
She
it.
gets all of these people on board to do this event once a year. She will be at the booths selling T-shirts.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'd buy a
So
T-shirt
she's very
from Naomi.
hands-on.
She is.
All right, Naomi.
Yeah.
Kudos to you,
Yeah.
girl.
Good for her.
Yeah.
And my final takeaway is.
You didn't let me get my hisses.
Oh, get your head. No, I don't think we got time.
We
But give a
don't have
takeaway.
time.
Give a quick takeaway.
My takeaway is that I love you, Tracy Ellis Ross, but that Mae West red gown you had on at the
Ooh,
film
he did not
festival
say Mae
needed to go
West.
away.
Oh, with the feather,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's a
And
little
take
much.
Susan Sarandon with you.
Yeah, that's a little much.
God
That's
bless her.
very retro, Susan.
Honey, retro.
I mean, like out of style. Like
Retro
just,
and
yes.
old are two
And old.
different
Yeah,
things.
you're
That's
right.
just
You're right. I'm
old
trying to be
and
nice.
dated.
I'm trying to be nice.
I like Tracy.
And I love Tracy, but that dress was a mess.
Well, in all fairness to her, some things just don't photograph well. It's the angle and whatever. It
Honey, it
maybe
didn't look good when
to
she was
see her.
sending out the Instagram photos in the back of that car on
All
the way
she
to the
needed
show.
was a
It looked
long
horrible.
cigarette stick.
Thank you.
I love this. The
love
fur
it.
on
Was
the
it like
sleeves.
part
The
of the
Why don't you
feathers.
come
theme
up
or
and
something like that?
Why don't you
who?
come up
The
and see
theme?
me sometime? That was not a theme.
No
at-
theme at
That
Count
wasn't?
State. No,
Yeah.
but this fashion is all over the place. Just like people are all over the place right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, like they had
Who are these people?
short. I mean, it's okay. That's a whole nother show. So let me close out. We thank you guys for bearing with us because we were kind of all over the place, and we thank you. And it's late, but I would say this. Our show was very, very passionate today, and anytime you take a stand for something, it can bring out a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings and your passions. And Dr. Martin Luther King said, if you are not willing to die for something, you are not fit to live. So kudos to everybody that we discussed today that are really taking a stand, whether we agree with them or not, whether we agree with their position. Kudos to them for really standing for something. And that's our show.
Unless you racist.
Stay alive, Courtney. Stay alive, Demetrius. Is that money
for me?
What's the money for?
Make it rain.
No, you couldn't have knocked over my What is going on?
Thank you.
He said that was water in his
And we
glass.
out.
Was it vodka?
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.